catching wise, I'll talk about setting up. I mean, this could be for a kid in coach's pitch. The kid's not going to hit every pitch, but we like to set up a certain way. Basically, I'm going to have two different stances, okay, catching wise. I'm going to have a stance when nobody's on base and a stance when somebody's on base, obviously, okay? For my kids, I want them to be in the most comfortable position they can be in because they're going to be there for an hour and a half. Let's just say 45 minutes. They're going to be I want them to be in the most comfortable position when they're on base. So if I can get them, for my kids, minors, I'm going to go down the middle or outside. We haven't really worked on the inside just because we haven't got that far yet. But catching wise, if I go nobody on base and I want to set up on the outside corner, I'm going to I tell them to split their belly button with the outside corner. So I'm going to take my belly button to the outside corner, and that's my target, okay? I'm showing my pitcher my target. If I set up on the inside, I'm going to do the same thing, okay? That's nobody on base, okay? If they can get in the most comfortable stance, my comfortable stance is to do a little duck. I act like a duck. I sit down, and that's my most comfortable spot. My hand doesn't go all the way behind my back. I just want it hidden on my back left leg, okay? Or my back right leg. Right here, I'm going to show a bent arm. I'm not going to show a straight arm. I'm not going to show my target back here. I'm going to show a bent arm right above the knee. They can start with a rest, but then they come up, okay? The basic for catching, same thing with pitching. That pitching that we just talked about can work for everything. My catching can work for everything. When I catch a ball, I think of being on a windshield wiper. Think about the windshield wipers. I go here to here. Why I don't go like this, if I set up to catch a baseball here and I go side to side, this is as far as I can go side to side. I can only get to here. If I do a windshield wiper, I can open up my thumb and I can catch everything. So I think about catching right here. So I can show a target here. The ball's inside, I go here. The ball's outside, I go here. Split the ball in half. What part of the ball do I want to catch? I want to catch the outside part of the ball. So if you split the ball in half, the ball's on this side, I want to catch this part of the ball, outside part of the ball. The ball's on this side, cut it in half, I want to catch this side of the ball. Which part of the ball do I want to hit, Jody? The inside part of the ball. Hitting would be the opposite. I want to hit the inside part of the ball. But that's Mike's hitting spot. The guy hits bombs. So, but catching, and that's the same thing with catching a ball that we're throwing to them. If they can get their glove here, because too many times we do this, their glove only goes one way. The glove works this way. It's easy. All right? It's easy for us. But if they just think about, okay, I want to catch that side of the ball, I want to catch this side of the ball. That's what I take into catching. Because it messes my pitcher up when the catcher cannot catch the ball. If they can catch the ball, we're good. Okay, now when I go to a big stance, that means there's a runner on, or the hitter has two strikes and we need to keep the ball in front of us. Okay? All I'm going to do is make their legs as wide as their shoulders, and that would be just a little wider than their shoulders. And that, I'm going to get my butt up a little bit. I'm just going to get ready. It's more of a ready stance, ready to block, ready to throw, ready to go pick up a bunt, ready to block a called third strike, okay? And that's where I'm going to throw from. So let's think about, now I'm going to throw. I got a runner that's going to steal. In the minors major, they steal a lot. When you get closer to high school ball, you get about 3 or 4 chances a game to throw somebody out. Or you get a chance to pick them off at first, or you get a chance to pick them off at third, okay? What we're going to do throwing-wise is we're going to work on a tee. And like I said, this works for a shortstop, a third baseman, it works for everybody. I work off of a tee. I'm going to make a tee in the dirt just like this, okay? That's where I set up. To throw the ball, to punch somebody, to do anything, I need to accelerate forward. And I start with my right foot. So I wouldn't start in the catching stance. I would start my kid, wider than my shoulder stance, hands up, ready to go, and I'm going to take my right foot. I'm going to take this ankle bone to where I want to go. If I want to throw the ball to dirt, I'm going to take my ankle bone and point it to him. If I turn my ankle bone, I'm ready to throw. If I try to throw to dirt by pointing my foot at him, I'll never turn my shoulder. Okay? That's why third base is easy to throw. That's why it's easy to play second base. Your ankle bone's already pointed. I can throw to third base with my eyes closed because my ankle's already there. All I gotta do is step and throw. To throw the ball 127 feet to second base, I've got to generate the middle of my body, the strongest point of my body. My arm's not as strong as the middle of my body. Not now, but it used to be. I want to take it to second base. And it goes with my hips too. So if my right foot's going to start me to second base, my right foot is an imaginary line from my chin down. I'm going to draw a circle. That's where I want to step. If I field the ball at shortstop, I field it, I step and throw. If I throw the ball to second base, I'm going to step with my right ankle bone. And that gets me started. Okay? That gets my shoulder turned. I call this my laser. 9mm gun with the red dot. This is my laser. If I have this pointed, I'm ready to throw. Okay? If I want to throw the dirt again, I've got to turn this foot to him and point my laser. My front shoulder to him. And I get to this stance. Okay? That's my power stance. When I get to this stance, I've got about 80% of my weight. I've turned into a pitcher. I got 80% of my weight on my back side, ready to explode forward. So if I can get to this point, if I field the ball, if I can get to this point, I'm going to have a good opportunity of throwing this ball straight. Okay? Chris could probably say this. If I got a ball that goes to the left or the right, I got mechanical problems. If I got a ball that goes up or down, I'm okay. I just fix my release point. If I got a ball that goes to the, my kid's trying to throw to second base, he throws it to where the second baseman plays, he probably did this. He did mechanical issues. He didn't point his laser, step, and release the baseball. If I get my footwork down, throwing the ball is the easy part. Throwing to third base, really simple. Just gonna take my right foot to where my left foot is, point my laser, hand the ball to him. And I'm going to finish just like a pitcher. I'm going to be able to get over my front side. Most catchers are small. My knee will be bent. I'll get over my front side and I'll throw the baseball. Let's see, what else? Throwing wise.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
How do you, from what I've seen in the catchers in our division, most of them want to take 2 or 3 steps when you're throwing. Instead of just coming up like you're saying this, they want to do this and throw it. How can you stop that?
One shuffle is fine because they're trying to generate more. But I don't want to throw the baseball to second base with a lollipop. Let's think about this. Let's throw to the pitcher. Let's throw right at his head. I want to bring my target closer to me. See, 120 feet, or even if they're 60 feet and I got to throw 100 feet down to second base, that's a long way. But if I say, throw the ball right over the pitcher, he throws like Chris does, good mechanics, I'm going to throw right over his forehead. If I throw the ball right over his forehead, it should be a one hop where the ball should make it all the way down to second base. I don't want the lollipop. That's what they get because they're trying to generate more power instead of just getting the ball as quick as you can to them. You develop arm strength by throwing long toss, playing with the football. You develop that in practice. If they can do this, just one step, and yeah, they're not going to get them every time, and it's going to one hop. Slowly, the more they take their long toss into here, they'll get that. They will get that. Some kids are gifted. They just have an arm. Some kids got to work harder. But you can have a great arm and a slow release. You could be really quick, but an okay arm, but quicker than that guy. Meaning I can get the ball from my glove to his glove quicker than that guy that throws 100 miles an hour to second base. And that's what we want. To get that out, like a one shuffle is all they need. That's tough to do. The main thing is they don't get the ball out of the glove. If they're shuffling, that means they're trying to find this ball. It's like Chris said, you got to get the ball out of the glove. It's a transfer. You got to remember, once I catch the baseball, what am I going to do with it? Am I going to go get it and take it back and then throw it? Or do I take the ball and make a transfer with this hand? I open the mouth of the glove here, okay? So I can close off my front side. If I never make a transfer, watch where my laser is going to point. If I catch the ball and I go get it, my laser is going to point to third, but I want to throw the ball to second, okay? You've got to make a transfer. The transfer happens when I catch the baseball. Think about how we dance. We dance with our hands and our feet. Once the ball hits my glove, then everything happens. Nothing can happen. If I don't have the ball, I can't start moving my feet. I have to wait till the ball hits my glove. As soon as it hits my glove, now the dance starts. My feet start. Hands and feet work at the same time. I catch the ball, now I go. Too many times the kids are trying to go get the ball. That comes into play with, I don't go get the ball, I let the ball come to me. I got a bent arm here, let the ball get to me, now the dance starts. That's my igniter. Gotta let the ball get to me. Now I go, make a transfer towards my ear, here. So now I can have everything working towards second base,